Hi guys, welcome back and thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Please like and share this video. I am Jade, in case you're new here. So there's a lot going on with regards to Senator Natasha Akpoti and Senate President Godswill Akpabio. I don't know. Akpabio. So there's a lady by the name of Dr. Sandra C. Duru who basically came out recently, and she's based in the US. This particular lady, she and Senator Natasha have been going back and forth because this lady came out and basically, like, I don't even understand what she was trying to do. Like, I don't get it. But she basically came out and just destabilize the whole situation. I don't even know if destabilize would be a right word to use in this situation, but she came out and she just kind of like scatter everywhere. Scatter everywhere is, in my mind, a more appropriate um phrase, characterization. My people, this is my third video today, so bear with me. I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm tired. Okay. But anyway, so she came out and she just kind of like messed up the whole thing. She accused Natasha of lying, basically saying that Natasha confided in her that she lied on Senator Akpabio because she wants to destroy all men or destroy whatever. So let's go ahead and react to. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me a second. And also, a lot of things, like I said, I've been following this, so I've been paying attention to, just been monitoring the update on the story because I want to have. Okay, let me go ahead and see that. Let me hold on. Can you guys see me? Yeah. So this is from LIB, and it says Natasha Akpoti told me there was no harassment. I broke down. So this person by Dr. Sandra Duru is being quoted as saying, so according to LIB, says Nigerian activist Dr. Sandra Duru has made stunning claims, saying Senator Natasha Akpoti confessed to her that there was no harassment after previously seeking her support. Sandra says she mobilized globally, contacting United Nations agencies and posting on social media, only to learn the quote-unquote truth from Natasha herself. She says her evidence has been submitted to security agencies. Okay. And let me go ahead and play this. Like, this is pretty serious stuff, okay? These are very serious allegations. And I also want to say that since she came out and told this fantastical story about how Senator Natasha confided in her and confessed that she's lying on Godswill, and yeah. Anyways, I lost my train of thoughts. I will circle back to you guys. Give me a second. I got distracted. I was looking out the window because I saw something weird and I got distracted. Okay, so this is the Dr. Sandra Duru. Okay, now I remember what I was going to say. A lot of people have now come out. Since she came out to say what she was saying, a lot of people have now come out to also accuse this Dr. Sandra Duru of all kinds of things, including stealing. Apparently, she's from Imo. She has like a long list of things that she had done in Imo prior to relocating, of moving to America or whatever. And now that she's coming out to accuse Natasha of this really egregious allegations, people are digging up things about her allegedly crimes and offenses that they say she had also been guilty and found guilty of or whatever.
Someone called me a leader of a political party. I'm going to withhold his name for now. for some reasons because the case has been investigated. I don't want to mess up what the authorities are doing. And he said to me that, ma'am, we love the way you are fighting for Natasha, and we are recruiting women like you, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, to go fight for Natasha and make XYZ allegations, and that he would love me to speak to Natasha and help Natasha to ensure she gets justice. I said, okay, no problems. Let me speak to the person you're talking about. That was when Natasha called me on the 27th of March, 2025. So when she called me, and if you check my page, Prof. Mbeke, I'm Dr. Sandra. Prof. Mbeke is my media page, my platform, where I unfold the truth. And if you call me, if you check there, I have a disclaimer. Once you call me, it records automatically because I don't have the time for people like Natasha that will tomorrow come back to say, I said what I didn't say, or she said what I didn't represent. So that was recorded, the first day conversation. And that wasn't the only conversation. She got closer to me. We became like sisters or friends that tried to talk to her after I got to know the truth. Natasha came and she started offering me money. The first she said she problem with this Senate president, and explained to me everything. She thanked me. We talked personal things, which I won't let out for now because it's her privacy, about her life, about her mom. We talked a lot. And the question I asked, Natasha, if you want me to represent you, can I know the truth? She said to me that she started dropping names, I won't mention all, that she has already paid Dr. Obi Ezekwesili. How much do I want? I made her understand it's not all about money. Just talk to me. Why are you fighting? What is the problem? What did they do to you? She now explained to me the truth. Are we there?
Yeah.
She to me, and Natasha told me bluntly, she said, babe, there was nothing like sexual harassment. I was shocked. To be honest with you guys, I broke down. You check my page, I was already fighting. If you go and see the things I posted about that man, the Senate president, you'll cry for him. I was fighting. I've contacted UN agencies because I'm a member of the UN Council. I've contacted everyone. I'm the president of TUFF, the Unique Family Foundation, that has UN ECOSOC status and the rest of them in the United States. Honestly, I took the battle. Go check my page. I didn't erase anything. I left everything there. I was out to fight for Natasha. I was ready for against the Senate president. So when she now started explaining things to me, in the course of the explanation, she was so relaxed. She was so calm. She opened up a lot of things to me. Our conversation wasn't just one or two, which the security agencies have already verified. And she was bold enough to tell me that she has paid Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, that she recruited Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, that's not a big deal, I can do it. I said, did you tell Dr. Obi that these things are not true? She said, they know. We can't let these men be doing this to us. We have to fight. Let's just use gender-based whatever. At that point, I became a little bit, I wasn't happy. I was that way because the way I came out to fight, and I told myself, what do I do now? How do I go back to the people out there? So the wisdom came. I relaxed. She said, are you there? I said, yes, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm with you. So she started telling me a lot of things. So the area that I was interested in, I had to redirect her back to the question. She now said, it didn't happen. I don't have evidence. That was why I sent Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, Mrs. Abiola or Dr. Abiola, and FIDA. FIDA means Federation of Women Lawyers in Nigeria. You were recruited, and she called you guys useful idiot. Before then, someone called me a leader of a political party. I'm going to withhold his name for now, for some reasons, because the case has been investigated. I don't want to mess up what the authorities are doing. And he said to me that, ma'am, we love the way you are fighting for Natasha, and we are recruiting.
Okay, so you guys just heard what she said. Before I even give my opinion on this, let's go to Senator Natasha's response to this whole situation. Because Senator Natasha also left, she also responded to it. I have not really read her response, but I do know that she left a response. So let's go ahead and listen to what Senator Natasha said about all of this, and then I can give my opinion, and then we'll come back to the rest of the video. So this is Senator Natasha's response. This is what she wrote. She actually took a screenshot of a I don't know, phone log. Okay, so she says, and this is from Senator Natasha. She says, I have carefully watched a live stream which was done by one Sandra Duru on Facebook on May 1st, 2025. The content of the live stream, including the voice effects credited to me, are entirely untrue and most manipulated to serve Sandra Duru's ulterior motive of playing the script of Senator Godswill Akpabio, which called 47 minutes into her. Oh, so Senator Godswill Akpabio called into the ladies' live stream. The content of the live stream, including the voice effects credited to me, are entirely untrue and most manipulated to serve Sandra Duru's ulterior motive of playing the script of Senator Godswill Akpabio, who called 47 minutes into her who called 47 minutes into her during live stream. I don't know. I think there's a typo error over there. To the best of my knowledge, the words used against Dr. Obi is a coincidentally Dr. Abiola Fida and good Nigerians are as gullible and hungry. Yoruba government, etc., are crazy falsehood and do not emanate from the natural cause of my contact involving. Let me start over. To the best of my knowledge, those words used against Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, Dr. Abiola, Fida, and good Nigerians as gullible and hungry, Yoruba government, etc., are crazy falsehood and do not emanate from the natural cause of any contact involving me. It was from recent research that I also found out that the person who now represents herself as Sandra Duru is the same person who operated as Professor Mbeke on Facebook. Okay. In the nearest of time, I will respond to the unfounded allegations made therein. So this is basically what she posted. And this is in response to what the lady said. Okay. At first, I'm not gonna lie, okay? Her response, Senator Natasha's response, has definitely left me scratching my head. Okay? Because I didn't read this response before now. Her response has definitely left me scratching my head. And I think I'm going to reserve why. No, let me just say it now. She said, to the best of my knowledge, those words used, like you either use those words or you didn't use those words. To say to the best of your knowledge means that you would have said a lot of things. And you guys know I have been writing for Senator Natasha. I have been 100% because I know that anybody who tries to tell the truth, Nigerians will come for that person. I had not even listened, I have not even read her response to this. I had not read her response to this. I actually had a response for the lady, the Sarah Duru lady. I did not, because I wasn't expecting that. But for somebody to say to the best of my knowledge, like that really, that changes everything for me in my mind, the way that I think. Like, why would you say to the best of your knowledge? Like, if somebody is accusing me of saying things or using words that I didn't use in a conversation, like I know that I will never, those words cannot come out of my mouth. I will never, ever, ever say to the best of my knowledge. I will basically flat out deny, because I know all the things that I said. I know all the words that I used. But if you say to the best of your knowledge, to me, that signals that, okay, maybe there is something, maybe you said something, maybe she's right to some level, maybe to a certain degree she's right in saying that you said a whole lot of things. Because again, to the best of my knowledge is a word that is used whenever you are not sure, like whenever you know in your heart that you said things, but you're not sure to what length. You don't know the extent of what you said. Again, nobody should come and curse me here, because I'm just saying things the way that I see it. I had a different, very, very different approach that I was going to. I was going to ask this so-called Dr. Sandra Duru if what she's saying even makes any sense. That somebody like Senator Natasha, who from all accounts appears to be very smart, very intelligent, she doesn't strike me as an imbebe. She doesn't strike me as somebody like she's in a position, okay? She rose to the rank in a position in a male-dominated field. She rose to top rank in a mostly male-dominated field. Okay? To me, that is not something that you attain if you're late, if you're stupid, and if you're dumb, or if you're whatever. I had a different approach. I was going to ask the Sandra lady, like, I'm supposed to believe that this Senator Natasha will just, after, it's not like this is your friend from like a long time ago. You guys just met. You guys got acquainted with each other after this whole situation happened. So I'm supposed to believe that this woman will just pour out her heart to you when she doesn't even know, like she only knows you from the internet. She doesn't know you from the hole in the wall. And then she'll just be telling you all these things that you have said. To me, I was like, she's not crazy. She doesn't strike me as somebody who's dumb. Okay? And I was going to come out here and cuss out people who listened to her recording or who watched her live stream and basically ran with it. But you see, this, to the best of my knowledge, spoiled it for me, guys. This, to the best of my knowledge, spoiled whatever it is that I was getting ready to say. Spoiled it for me. Because this is the time, if you've not said anything, if you've not said any incriminating thing to this woman, you would have unequivocally denied. But to say to the best of my knowledge, those words used against Dr. Obi and all this other thing are falsehoods. No. Like, come on. To the best of your knowledge, that is a response that you give when you are guilty of something. Oh, I'm still going to say it too. That's a response that you give. Even when I heard about the voice and notes that she was, the recording, because apparently the lady was recording their conversation. The Sandra lady was recording their conversation. When I even heard about the voice conversation, I was coming out here to say that, do you people know that this is 2025? And in 2025, people can create fake voice. There are AIs that you can use to create whatever voice that you want to create. That was what I was getting ready to come and say. And then I came here, I was going to tell people to don't even listen to all this AI, all this voice that may or may not be AI and all this other stuff. I was getting ready to come and say that. And then I read Natasha's response, and she said, to the best of my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge means you're giving room that it possibly happened. Because if somebody calls me or somebody said, Jade said this and said that, Jade insulted this and insulted that, and I know that I didn't do it, and I know that such conversation never happened, I will not be saying to the best of my knowledge. I'll be saying flat out, hell to that no. So yeah, I had a completely different video that I wanted to come and do today. I had a completely different live stream, a response that I had for Sandra Duru lady. But when I read this, to the best of my knowledge that I just read now, I'm just like, okay, this changes everything in my opinion. Because I'm not the kind of person that just goes along with, just because I'm defending, supporting you, I'll just keep my mouth shut because I don't know. I will always stand for the truth. Doesn't matter where it lands. The truth is really important to me. So this, to the best of my knowledge, that Senator Natasha used changes everything for me. And now I'm beginning to think, okay, maybe because again, I was getting ready to say, you people that are so gullible and allowing somebody to use AI to deceive you, do you know that there literally are AI that can mimic anybody's voice that you want them to mimic? All you need to do is just train them, take conversations that person has had in the past, train that AI to use the voice. And I'm not saying that is still not the case. So I'm not here saying, this Sandra lady couldn't have used AI to mimic, Senator Natasha's voice. Or what. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that responding with, to the best of my knowledge, those words are crazy falsehoods. To me, that changes my approach to this story. Because what she's saying is that you told her that you lied, that Senator Akpabio did not do any of those things, that you just want to bring him down. That's what she said. And you're not even responding to that. The only thing that you are responding to is all the things that she accused you, all the name that she accused you of saying about all the names that you called Dr. Obi, Dr. Abiola, Fida. Those are the only things that you're responding to right now, really. You know what I mean? So to me, that's like, to the best of your knowledge, I'm sorry, to the best of your knowledge means that, I don't know. Anyways, I think I have some time. Let's listen to the ladies' live stream. Let me share my screen. Like, this just changes everything for me, honest guys. I was getting ready to come and drag that lady. I'm telling you, I was getting ready to come and drag that lady, to come and drag her for filth, and drag all the people that are running around and defending and supporting her and applauding her. I was getting ready to come and drag her. And then I read Senator Natasha's response, and she's talking about, to the best of my knowledge, all the things that she's been accused of saying about Dr. Obi and Dr. Abiola are not true, are falsehoods. To the best of your knowledge, ma'am, no. You either said it or you didn't. There is no to the best of my knowledge in this situation. I'm sorry. No to the best of my knowledge here. You know? Anyways. This changes everything for me. I'm sorry. This changes everything for me. Because now I have to reevaluate a lot of things. That's just how I feel about it. Okay? And I know that people, because politicians are terrible human beings, and they have done so many bad things, people just want Godswill to be guilty. And so they will defend and I'm all for that. Don't get me wrong. If he's guilty, let him pay. But that word, to the best of my knowledge, changes everything for me. I'm sorry. I cannot in good faith pretend as if that, to the best of my knowledge, did not rub me the wrong way, because it absolutely did. Anyways, let me see how much of this I can listen to.
Authentic. And tonight we're going to start by unveiling the truth, undiluted. And many of you are wondering, why am I doing this? I've been a victim of false allegations, malicious smear campaign that lasted over 10 years. I went through it, and I vowed I will never spare any person that tries to do this to anybody in any way and in any form. But I'm glad that Natasha actually denied that she doesn't know me. She hasn't talked to me ever in her life. She hasn't even encountered anyone called Prof. Mbeke or Dr. Sandra Duru. But we'll start with that tonight. But before we start, permit me to give just a few seconds to the people who have been wrongly accused by people like Natasha. Some are in prisons today. Some took their own lives because nobody believed them. Some left their families heartbroken. Some, their children disowned them, don't trust them, don't respect them anymore. A lot of things have happened to people who have been wrongly accused without evidence. And that's where we have to be careful with people who come to the public domain to seek public sympathy, to lie to us, to emotionally blackmail us into helping them fight a cause that maybe within our own conscience, we may be thinking they are being oppressed or victimized. But at the end of the day, you find out that these people are bloody liars, pathological liars, people who have no conscience, people who can destroy without even looking back. Natasha is one of them. Many of you are wondering, why? Why didn't you resolve this with her privately? I tried. I did my best. I did my best to stop Natasha. I did my best to, give her good counsel. I did my best to even preach the word of God. Those who know me know that I'm an evangelist. And for those who don't understand me, I'm also a mother. I have children. I have sons. I have daughters.
Madam,
and
you have so many
today we're not going to
things.
go too much into stories because we have already heard everything. We've seen them. She has talked. She has gone to
You're an
IPU.
evangelist,
She has
you're
gone
this,
to
and you are
UN. She's
everything.
gone to everywhere. But today, the truth is going to be dropped undiluted. And I'm going to be talking about just 3 things for today. One, I'm going to prove to you that she's been lying to us. And I'm also going to prove to Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, Arise TV, but I'm not going to mention the political parties tonight. I'm not going to mention them for some reasons. And I'm going to try my best to not mention the political party leader who linked us up, who brought Natasha to me for some reasons. But we'll start with that tonight. But before we start, permit me to hear about what they do there. We'll also let you Nigerians know we progress into this and wondering why. Why didn't you resolve this with her privately? I tried. I did my best. I did my best to stop Natasha. I did my best to, give her good counsel. I did my best to even preach the word of God. Those who know me know that I'm an evangelist. And for those who don't understand me, I'm also a mother. I have children. I have sons. I have daughters. And today we're not going to go too much into stories because we have already heard everything. We've seen them. She has talked. She has gone to IPU. She has gone to UN. She's gone to everywhere. But today, the truth is going to be dropped undiluted. And I'm going to be talking about just 3 things for today. One, I'm going to prove to you that she's been lying to us. And I'm also going to prove to Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, Arise TV, but I'm not going to mention the political parties tonight. I'm not going to mention them for some reasons. And I'm going to try my best to not mention the political party leader who linked us up, who brought Natasha to me for some reasons. I won't go into that tonight. But if, as we progress into this a very sensitive matter, I might be forced to come out more. But tonight, I want to let Nigerians know that Natasha is not telling us the truth. We're all swept off by emotions. We believed her tears. We believed her lies. She brought the lies to us in the United States. But today, we have brought the truth to her in Nigeria back. And we're not going to spare any liar in this cause. So let me let you understand that before I decided to come to the social media, I'm not really a social media person, if you know me. Before I decided to come to social media, I followed all due processes. I went to the security authorities, agencies, ICC, United Nations agencies, CNN, BBC, the places she went, the places she visited in the United Kingdom, everywhere I visited. I wrote to all of them. And to also let you Nigerians know that anything, any evidence I'm going to be giving you tonight, nobody hacked my Facebook page. I deliberately did not honor the invitation by television stations because I would love to use my platform so that nobody will twist my words, because some of these media agencies, especially Arise, that she said she has bought over Arise, I'll get to that as we progress. I decided not to honor any of the invitations. I decided not to talk to anybody in the media. I decided to use my platform so that I can be able to come out and say, yes, I said it. This is the way I said it. And these are the things that I said. Every information I'll be giving to you tonight are all forensically investigated, analyzed, verified, and already submitted to the security agencies. So we're not here to play or to speak grammar or to play like kids or for sarcasm or for satire or for stupidity or for pettiness. We're here for serious business. And I have decided to let you know how it all started. Now, let's see how it started before I now wrote my petition. Everything I'm going to be saying here to you tonight, as I'm saying them, I will be giving you receipts, because you cannot come to the public domain, cry to us, tear everywhere apart, tear friends. I know my friends that are blocked on social media because of Natasha. Many of you were wondering, I was supporting Natasha. Yes, I fought against the senator. I don't even know the senator she was talking about first. I don't care about what they do there, but how she cried touched my heart. And those who know me, even in Imo State, I fought for, what's his name? Samuel Siniwoha. If I can remember the young man that almost went to jail. They arrested him and the wife, two of them, and nobody was taking care of the kids. That was where I became the enemy of the state government at that time. I was the one who flew back into Nigeria, went to the scene of crime, took the sample of the blood of the deceased, which they were alleging he killed, and took the samples of the blood of the deceased and the one that was alive. I went for forensic. I don't like stories. I like results. I like proof. So that was how that matter was resolved, and Samuelson got his freedom. He's from Imo State, an activist as well. So Natasha came to me on the 27th of March, 2025, after she had visited the United States. And she called me and said to me that she has things to say to me. Before then, someone called me, a leader of a political party. I'm going to withhold his name for now, for some reasons, because the case has been investigated. I don't want to mess up what the authorities are doing. And he said to me that, ma'am, we love the way you are fighting for Natasha, and we are recruiting women like you, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, to go fight for Natasha and make XYZ allegations, and that he would love me to speak to Natasha and help Natasha to ensure she gets justice. I said, okay, no problems, but let me speak to the person you're talking about. That was when Natasha called me on the 27th of March, 2025. So when she called me, and if you check my page, Prof. Mbeke, I'm Dr. Sandra Duru, but Prof. Mbeke is my media page, my platform, where I unfold the truth. And if you call me, if you check there, I have a disclaimer. Once you call me, it records automatically, because I don't have the time for people like Natasha that will tomorrow come back to say, I said what I didn't say, or she said what I didn't represent. So that was recorded, the first day conversation. And that wasn't the only conversation. She got closer to me, and we became like sisters or friends that tried to talk to her after I got to know the truth. Natasha came and she started offering me money. The first she said she has this problem with this Senate president, and explained to me everything. She thanked me. We talked personal things, which I won't let out for now because it's her privacy, about her life, about her mom. We talked a lot. And the question I asked, Natasha, if you want me to represent you, can I know the truth? She said to me that she started dropping names, I won't mention all, that she has already she has already paid Dr. Obi Ezekwesili. How much do I want? I made her understand it's not all about money. Just talk to me. Why are you fighting? What is the problem? What did they do to you? She now explained to me the truth. Are we there?
Yeah.
She explained to me, and Natasha told me bluntly, she said, babe, there was nothing like sexual harassment. I was shocked. I was shocked. To be honest with you guys, I broke down, because if you check my page, I was already fighting. If you go and see the things I posted about that man, the Senate president, you'll cry for him. I was fighting. I've contacted UN agencies because I'm a member of the UN Council. I've contacted everyone. I'm the president of TUFF, the Unique Family Foundation, that has UN ECOSOC status and the rest of them in the United States. Honestly, I took the battle. Go check my page. I didn't erase anything. I left everything there. I was out to fight for Natasha. I was ready for the battle against the Senate president. So when she now started explaining things to me, in the course of the explanation, she was so relaxed. She was so calm. She opened up a lot of things to me. Our conversation wasn't just one or two, which the security agencies have already verified. And she was bold enough to tell me that she has paid Dr. Obi Ezekwesili. that she recruited Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, that that's not a big deal, I can do it. I said, did you tell Dr. Obi that these things are not true? She said, they know. We are women. We can't let these men be doing this to us. We have to fight. Let's just use gender-based whatever. At that point, I became a little bit, at that point, I became a little bit, I wasn't happy. I was sad. Let me put it that way, because the way I came out to fight, and I told myself, what do I do now? How do I go back to the people out there? So the wisdom came. I relaxed. She said, are you there? I said, yes, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead, talk. So she started telling me a lot of things. So the area that I was interested in, I had to really.
Again, I'm still trying to understand the reason why Natasha will open her mouth and just be telling you somebody that she doesn't even know. She'll just be telling you all these life stories, telling you all the. To me, it does not make any sense. But then again, her response to the whole thing by saying, to the best of my knowledge, kind of shuts me down from even having any kind of rational conversation and even digging very deeper into this. Because I don't want to come out with egg on my face when, there are more irrefutable evidence basically showing that Senator Natasha did in fact say those things. Because if you didn't do anything, you didn't say anything, you will immediately, unequivocally refute the notion that you will even say something like that. But for your response to be, to the best of my knowledge, such as Senator Natasha's response was, that one shocked me, makes me believe that it may not be everything that she is accusing her of saying, but then there are certain things that she may have said, or maybe she just talked too much and she doesn't even remember everything that she said. And so she doesn't want, whenever the proof that this lady brings the proof, she doesn't want to, embarrass herself and be seen as a liar. But that, to the best of my knowledge, just kind of spoils everything for me, in my opinion. Anyways, like, you don't say to the best of my knowledge, especially when you know deep down in your heart that you didn't say anything. You'll be like, no, I never said those things. Don't listen to this person. She's a crazy person, and be ready to defend your denier. You know what I mean? But to say to the best of my knowledge, the things that she's accused of saying about Dr. Obi, Dr. Abiola, FIDA, like, falsehoods. That response, I'm sorry, does not sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. I'm sorry. To the best of my knowledge, does not. This is a moment for you to unequivocally reject, refute, deny that you never said anything about those people. You never said any negative things about the people that are fighting for you, because those Dr. Obi, Dr. Fida, Dr. Abiola and Fida and all those other women are the ones that are fighting for her. So if it'll be in bad taste, it'll be in poor taste if Senator Natasha is out there bad mouthing those people, saying things about them that she should not be saying. That would be really, really bad, honestly, because that will completely change everything. You know what I mean? So right there, you see that one, like, she completely just messed things up for me. I was coming and guns blazing. You see, if I see the way when I say ready to come today, but then I read her response and I'm like, what? Nobody says that unless they feel like they would have said something, and they're not sure. They've said so much and they can't even remember everything that they said. That's the only person that will say to the best of my knowledge.
You direct her back to the question. She now said, it didn't happen. I don't have evidence. That was why I sent Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, Mrs. Abiola or Dr. Abiola, and FIDA. FIDA means Federation of Women Lawyers in Nigeria. You were recruited, and she called you guys useful idiots. that she recruited useful idiots, women that can speak and be heard. You are now Natasha's useful idiots. And she was wondering why I cannot join her on Arise TV to do the same thing. And the question is, why always Arise TV? She said she has bought them. That's the, what did she call it? What was that word?
But you see, in this useful idiot phrase, yeah, that this lady, Sandra Duru is using, I went on her page and she seemed to use it a lot, and that was one of the things that made me feel like she's just saying things that she typically says and ascribing them and crediting Senator Natasha for it. Because the term useful idiot is a word that I've seen her use, in her post. And yeah, and to me, when I saw that, I was like, are you sure you're not just saying what you would typically, are you sure you're not just using your own phrase, your own language, what you usually use, and basically claiming it was Natasha who said it? Yeah.
That is the her whatever TV station for this project of whatever she's trying to do, and that she has also paid them to organize women award for her. That if I want, she can put my name. I said no. If you want me to represent you, I'll be needing a letter from you, an official letter. So commit me officially, which I'm going to post after this conversation now, after this interaction with you guys. I'm going to put a lot of things out there. So she said, I said, make me your let me be committed officially, so that at this point, whatever you want to say, I can vet them before you say them, because you are being careless with your words. She said, no, Nigerians, she said they are G and H. I don't know what they mean by that. She said gullible and hungry. Natasha is so careless. She said they're gullible and hungry, and with the present government, anybody that is fighting the government, Nigerians will just follow you, and that's it. At that point, I couldn't take it anymore, and I withdrew. Before then, she had already opened up a lot to me. I couldn't tolerate it anymore, so I had to say, hey, girl, I'm sorry, I can't do this. She offered $200,000. I said, 200 million naira. I said, no. She offered dollars. I said, no. She said, at that point, she wrote me. I'll post what she wrote. She responded to me in writing. I don't want anything contractual. I said, no. If you want me to represent you, you have to give me a letter, an official letter of commitment. Then you have to send me your evidences so that I'll look through them, I'll vet them, then I will advise you how to fight this cause. Natasha disappeared. That was how Natasha disappeared. And went back to the person, I will keep his name private for now for some reasons. She now went back to the political leader who brought her to me and said something different to that one. The man didn't even know Natasha had gone that route. The man didn't know Natasha had told me a lot of things about her, the NDDC man she dated in Sima, how her husband, Ima, and all those things I'm not going to mention today, how Ima bought somebody a bulletproof, how Ima poisoned her, how she's going to poison Ima back when she's done with this, what she stands to gain. Natasha said this is politically motivated and sponsored attack against what she calls, she said it's Yoruba government. She said it has nothing to do with Akpabio. That it is their target has, she said, her political leaders or whatever she called them. I'll post them there. It's what they sent her to do was to ensure that the Yoruba government do not go 8 years. Girl, what is your problem with this thing? That if she gets it done, they will make her the governor of Kogi State. Or if that does not work, that they will give her a minister of, what they call it in Nigeria, minister of petroleum resources. And she has to fight to finish. Like if I want, she can introduce me to them. So at the end of the day, she now brought out an allegation. She said, since the sexual harassment thing is not flying, and she said she was highly disappointed in Dr. Obia's personally after all the money she paid them, that they did not do what she asked them to do the way she wanted it to be done, that she sent them to that committee to deliberately disrupt the committee from moving forward. And that the man, she said one man has short fuse. They should pick on one man like that, one senator. And Dr. Obi and those people went there to do that. And she started laughing at Nigerians. I have it recorded. When that one, she now came again to me with another proposal that I should help her write to some agencies and also come out in the media alleging that the so-called senator she was fighting is involved in organ harvesting. And she said that that senator murdered a young woman. The young senator murdered a young woman called Umoren and took the girl's kidney for his wife. That if I bring out that one, that everybody will, that all she wants is for this Senate president to step down. That this Senate president is one shielding the president of Nigeria, that they're already in charge. They have gotten what they want from the other side of it. She said it's national, whatever they call them, House of Representatives, that what they are looking for now is the National Assembly, and the Senate president is the one disrupting them, stopping them, blocking them from getting to what they want. And she mentioned the names of her sponsors. I'm going to keep those ones away because I've already mentioned them to the authorities. And the people who are funding her. She said she's not on her own, that the money is available. If I'm ready, let's work. So she now gave me the names of the agencies she wanted me to write to in the parliament in the United Kingdom.
One thing that I'm still wanting is, Senator Natasha's response aside, yeah, one thing that is still baffling to me is why Senator Natasha would just open her mouth, be so open to somebody like this, without doing her due diligence. And that's the one thing that is still very baffling to me, that I don't understand. Why would she trust you like that? Let me roll this forward a little bit. I don't think I want to watch the entire thing. Hold on.
Also go back to them. So I made a U-turn. I made a post on my page. I said, go back there, it's there. I didn't delete anything. I'm not like Natasha. I said, no evidence, make peace. Natasha called me and I said to Natasha, I said, my of any kind, I'm not afraid of anyone. Nigerians will tell you, I am not afraid of anybody. I'm afraid of God Almighty, and I want to always stand on the side of the truth. Even when I don't know you, I can fight for you. Nigerian youth, nuns that made me their patron, will testify to this. I have fought battles in Nigeria, and I won all my battles. So please, Natasha, when we now got to the point where Natasha was asked, do you know Professor Mbeke, Dr. Sandra Duru? Natasha denies she does not know me. The same woman you sent to IPU, you sent everywhere, you don't know her anymore. So now, Nigerians, I will play to you because I love to come with receipts. 1, no sexual harassment of any kind. 2, she said what's it called? The organ harvesting was one that I took that one very seriously because the disease needs to be protected, and her family, she needs justice. And I told the authorities investigating internationally and locally in Nigeria that if the Senate president of Nigeria is involved in this organ harvesting, please, he must be prosecuted. So I wrote a petition to the authorities, and they commenced their investigation. She wasn't aware I did that. I wrote to IPU. I wrote to all the agencies, including the ones she gave me their information, because I was in front. So I had to also go back to them. So I made a U-turn. I made a post on my page. I said, go back there, it's there. I didn't delete anything. I'm not like Natasha. I said, no evidence, make peace. Natasha called me and I said to Natasha, I said, my dear, please, I want to help you. You have lied. You have destroyed a lot of things and you have disgraced Nigeria. You have disgraced us women. My dear, I have the message, I have it with her. I'm going to show you people. I was open to her. I said, please, I want to make peace between you and your Senate members and the Senate. And I said something where I grew up in the Southwest. I don't know about others. My parents are Igbo, but I grew up in Southwest, then UK and United States. And I said to her, I said, Natasha, in our culture, we are Africans. Let's do it this way. You have lied, you have erred, but we'll not let the public know for now. I won't go there and tell them what you have told me. I'm ready to come back home to Nigeria. Let me take you to that same woman who was like a mother to you, the one, your husband's good friend. Let me go and beg them. Let me make peace between you guys. Let's make peace. Let's beg them. Then I will help you to draft an apology letter. We'll take it privately to some people in the Senate that you respect. Then you go back to work. Put your people first. Go back to work. You can still fight anything you want to fight from inside, not from outside. Stop being heady. Stop being stubborn. Stop being obstinate. Stop fighting. There is nothing to fight for. I cannot join you. I'm not Obi Ezekwesili. I'm not FIDA. I'm not Dr. Abiola. I will not do it with you. I will not attend the Arise Award. I will not be on Arise with you to lie. And you keep telling people I will give you the evidence in court. Stop deceiving Nigerians. And you say Nigerians are G and H, gullible and hungry. And you are not taking the advantage that Nigerians are hungry, and because of what they are going through, you want to now add more to their problems. I said, let me take you to these people. Let's make peace, Natasha. I won't fight with you. She refused. She started offering money. I said, no. If you do not make peace with these people, then you don't love your people of Kogi Central. You are fighting for your own selfish interest. You want to be a governor. You want to be a minister. You want to disturb what you call Yoruba government, which I don't understand what you mean. Now the people using you, I said, no, go back, apologize, because what happened at the Senate was a kind of misconduct. Every institution, every organization, they have their ethics and the rules guiding their place. Natasha doesn't even know what it means to be a senator. I had to Google. I said, listen, this is it. She said, I don't care. I can talk from anywhere I like. No, I try to educate her because it's difficult for somebody to be educated and act like an uneducated person. A lawyer, very lousy, careless in all her utterances. I'm not a lawyer, but I can't speak like that. So when I told her, let's make peace, she refused. I preached the word of God. I spoke like a cultured person. In Yoruba, we call it omoluabi. You can never do that in Yoruba land. Forget about Senate or age or men and women. We have culture. No amount of Western exposure should make us forget our culture, our roots, where we come from. You can't be talking to elders, men, your husbands, where I come from. You can't be I'm Yebo Bagbimo, King's advisor in the Southwest. You can't be talking to your husbands, no matter how wealthy, educated you are in Africa, and you're pointing at them like this. And after that, you didn't even calm down for them to call you to say, my wife, my daughter, our senator, what's the problem? You ran outside with lies, not with the truth. At that point, I got angry with her when she refused to make peace. I tried. All of you telling me, why? I did all the why, and the z, and the pray, and the beg. I did everything. I did everything I could do. Natasha is not teachable. Natasha is prideful.
But she's a grown woman trying to teach somebody. You're sounding as if she's a kid. She's a grown woman. She's in her 40s, in her mid 40s. Teachable care. Now you born am. Not be you born am now. For me, I feel like it's going to be hard to find the truth in this situation because it is not lost on me that this lady, Sandra Duru, also has an ulterior motive. I don't know exactly what the motive is, but she seems like she has an ulterior motive. That remains to be seen what motive she has. But yeah, none of this is making any sense, okay? None of this is making any sense. Like I said, I had a completely different idea of a show that I wanted to do today with regards to this topic, but then I listened, I read Senator Natasha's response, and just that just kind of threw me for a loop. And I'm just like, no, like there must have been something that you're worried. You must have gotten so comfortable with this Sandra Duru lady that you started to worry about what might happen, what you said to her that she might release. And in a way, to not make yourself come across as a liar if she decides to release whatever it is that she still has, you are like, your response is like, to the best of my knowledge. If you haven't said anything, if you've been respectful to the people who have been helping you, the organizations that have been helping you, you're not going to say to the best of my knowledge because you know that's not even in your mind to disrespect them or to put them down or to humiliate them and shame them for helping you. Like, you know, that's not even in your thought process. And because it's not in your thought process, immediately you will deny that such conversation ever happened. But you will only say things like, to the best of my knowledge, if you suspect that you had said something and you worry that the person that you were conversing with might have evidence to, you know, present to refute whatever denying the case. But anyways, I don't want this to be way too long. I will continue to follow the story, but I have to say I'm very disappointed. Okay, and I'm disappointed in the ways the things have turned out. And this whole, again, my issue is just that single line, that first paragraph, to the best of my knowledge, kind of did it for me when it comes to Senator Natasha. To the best of my knowledge, it just kind of changes everything for me. But let me know what you guys think in the comment. Be respectful. As you can see, I've been respectful. If you disrespect me, I will match your energy and disrespect you too. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.